You're watching the Shady Mob Podcast with your two favorite pod mob stars.
All right, guys, please click on the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
Microphone check. Shady Mob in the zone, King and PV. Alex sitting on the throne, dropping gems on the mic. Entertainment dissected, movies, TV, culture fully connected. From the silver screen to the block, we decode the plots. Every twist, every turn, we connect the dots. Pot airs with the bounce, flow rugged and raw. Tune in, turn it up, let the knowledge withdraw. Shady Mob, Shady Mob. Yo, we got the juice, breaking it down. Truth spilling out the booth. From the big screen flicks to the sitcom roots. Shady Mob Podcast, we the illest recruits. Popcorn kernels popping, Hollywood exposed. From the indie hits to the billion-dollar shows. Angela with the deep cuts, King bring the vibe. We dissect the script, watch the secrets collide. Flick sharper than the blade, TV sharper than the wit. Spin the reel, press play. We never quit, Shady Mob in your ear. We keep the pace from the shadows. We rise, entertainment we embrace. Shady Mob, yo, we got the juice. Breaking it down, truth spilling out the booth. From the big screen flicks to the sitcom roots. Shady Mob Podcast, we the illest recruits.
More joining us in J-Man Jack and Playboy Scotty. How you gentlemen doing today?
Awesome here on this Sunday, this April Sunday, this rainy weekend in Northern California.
Yes, it is. How you doing, Playboy Scotty?
I'm doing fine. Just trying not to get, carried away in the storm and hurricane and, all that shit going. Yeah, there's like a bunch of fucking thunderstorms. It sucks. And I'm having a wonderful time. We're going to be talking about Quentin Tarantino, and that's my favorite director, so,
Hey, Quentin
Yeah.
Tarantino always does amazing work, and he is right, ladies and gentlemen. I know the title of this episode says Sonic Waves, and that's because I'm not fully producing this episode. My producer for today is Mr. J-Man. J-Man has been doing an incredible job with a lot of the Shady Mob content that's been coming out lately, and shout out to you, my boy, because we
Thank
really
you.
appreciate everything you've done, especially for the company. Thanks, bro.
Thanks. Glad to jump in here on a Sunday to help out since Double A is on assignment.
At Coachella, baby. Hey, shout out to you, my brother. I hope you are having the time of your life out there. It is sunny. It's sunny skies in Palm Springs, unlike here in Northern California.
Yeah, and so I guess that wrapped up today. And
Yeah, I think today was the last day. Double A's coming back tomorrow. I'm actually gonna be seeing him briefly before he catches his flight back out to Florida.
All right, well, give him our best, and safe travels back, and hopefully he'll have a report for us.
Yeah.
On Sonic Wave.
Oh yeah, I think Sabrina. He saw Sabrina Carpenter. I'm pretty sure he saw Justin Bieber. I don't know if I think Steve Aoki might have been there, but I'm not 100% sure.
I saw a couple of clips he posted of some live performances. So
okay. Yeah. Hey, Coachella, I heard nothing but positive things. Barbie went out to Coachella this year. This year I know was a lot better than last year's Coachella because I think last year it was rained out. There was mud floods or whatever, and it was just a shit show overall. This year it's just from everything that like I've seen for Coachella, it's just been fucking incredible.
Yeah, all of that looked cool. There was, and I don't know if this was a rumor or bullshit, but there was something that our former mayor and congressional candidate here in Stockton, Kevin Lincoln, was down there.
Oh.
And that he had given some little speech or something. And
Interesting.
so I was just wondering if maybe Alex had caught that.
We'll
because there was some griping because the local Republicans had a little convention and to where he should have been at, but he was down there instead,
Okay.
kind of thing. So I don't know. Might have been just rumor, but
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Some years the lineup card for Coachella sucks. This year it was full of bangers.
yeah, that's what I
So
hear. So,
I don't blame Mayor Lincoln or former Mayor Lincoln for being down there and having the time of his life.
wanting to hang out, yeah, get out of the rain.
Hey, there you go. Hey, honestly, with how bad the rain's been out here in Northern California, flash flood warnings everywhere, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, However, let's move on to our subject matter of the day, which is Pulp Fiction. Well, I watched the movie last night for the first time, from beginning to end. Scotty, I don't know if you had the chance to rewatch the movie. I know you've seen it a couple times. J-Man has seen it over 100 times.
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's start off with your guys' thoughts on the movie as a whole, and then we'll dive into the sequence of events of the movie. Uh, let's start off with you, J-Man. What were your thoughts since you are the most experienced person?
Uh, I saw it the year that it first came out, and a number of times afterwards, and it definitely it put the Tarantino on the map. You know, big time. Even though he had been involved in some projects before that, and but this movie had a lot of good things going for it. Just the way he told the story, like I mean, most movies, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end. And
Oh yeah,
here, like the beginning was down here, part of the end was up here. It was like,
the sequence of events was never in sequential order, and that's actually one of the things I love about
right,
the movie.
and it dealt with different characters actually involved in separate activities that all kind of came together at the end. And as far as the characters, practically every character in this film, was out there. Whether it was, Vincent, and or if it was, you know, uh,
See,
Mr. Wolf.
I'm horrible with names for the
You
characters.
know,
The only
I
name that
remember,
I do remember
yeah,
is what was it? Marcellus
Marcellus
Wallace's,
Wallace
and that was about it. Everybody
and
else, but
Butch, the fighter.
so
Yeah.
I'll get in. So for me, because this movie had a lot of big name like
Oh yeah,
actors in it.
yeah,
You
yeah.
had Bruce Willis, you had Uma Thurman, you had
Travolta,
John Travolta, you had
Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
I feel Steve Watkins, Anthony Watkins,
Oh, you mean Christopher Walken?
Christopher Watkins.
Yeah,
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 a
yeah,
lot of big names in this film.
yeah,
A lot of big names. So, Quentin even had a fucking role in the film.
yeah, yeah.
He was
That's
Jimmy.
right. Yeah, Jimmy. It was his house, and so that's what I'm saying. We could sit here and just keep naming character after character. The guys in the pawn shop, Zed. You know.
Oh God! Oh my God!
Yeah.
We'll get to that. We'll get to those events here in a little bit.
Yeah, but I'm saying every character. I mean,
Yeah.
this movie wasn't just full of extras,
Nope.
or people with one lines. Every character had a story.
And it was like each character had about 10 to 15 minutes dedicated to it. The
Yeah,
one character that I do think it was mainly starring was John Travolta, because I feel like he had the most amount of screen time in the entire film.
yeah,
We saw him at the beginning of the film. We saw him in the middle of the film. We saw him at the end of the film. They literally gave him his story. I think at the beginning, we see what happens at the middle, and then we see him throughout the end of the film. Sam L. Jackson we see very briefly in like a couple of scenes at the I think the beginning and more towards the end. But again, the way that each character or each actor executed their role, I thought was fucking phenomenal. Scotty, what were your thoughts on the film?
I thought it was a wild ride because pretty much you watch it and you're like, okay, so where does it all put together? Because it's like a puzzle piece when I think about it, right? Because it's an anthology. Everything you see doesn't quite play out like in order. It's more like we're going from this guy to this guy. Like you're from the boxer to the hitman, and then like the fucking intro of the movie was different, and then the intro of the movie comes back at the end of it. Like I don't want to spoil. Or are we spoiling the? Are we spoiling
Well,
the
this
movie?
movie's been out since I think
All right, I
1996.
guess mine's
94,
94.
right?
All right, I guess
Yes,
we're just spoiling it then.
1994. If you haven't watched this movie, spoiler alert, ladies and gentlemen. This is your warning right now. Spoiler alert. This movie's been out since 1994. Go watch it. We recommend it. But we're gonna tell you what happens during the film from beginning to end. Scotty, which scene are you talking about, sir?
I'm talking about the ball gag scene.
Oh God. Okay, so actually,
Oh,
we're
okay.
gonna save this scene specifically
The pawn shop.
for when we get to it. This will be the climax of the movie.
Oh,
if you
the
know.
gimp.
the
character.
Oh, God.
Climax is a very, very
It'll be
interesting
the
word.
climax of the episode, if you know what I'm saying.
It sure was for Marcellus Wallace.
Oh God, poor Marcellus. All right, so let's start off with the opening scene where we get the couple that are just literally just talking at the booth in the diner. You can tell there's something like off about them, and like as their conversation keeps progressing, come to find out that they're robbers. They're gonna they've done armed robbery at like banks, diners, wherever they can get their hands on money. That's where they're gonna go. So at the beginning of the final sequence of events of that scene was the couple actually pulling out the guns and then starting to rob everybody. Now, what were your guys' thoughts when you guys saw that scene and the first time you guys saw it? What did you think was gonna happen, and did you think those events actually, yeah. Let's start off with that. What were your thoughts on the sequence of events that happened there?
Oh well, I mean, I would say the first time I saw it, you figure, okay, it's robbery in progress, and
You just feel like it's weird. I felt like something was off because like the scene, the tone of the scene, the lines that are like spoken, it's just you kind of feel off. You're kind of like, wait, what the fuck is going on? And that's the one thing about Tarantino movies. You have to pay attention. If you don't pay attention, you could miss something. Scotty, what were your thoughts on it?
My thoughts, well, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like as Quentin Tarantino's movies went on, like he got better at directing them. I felt like the pacing in this one was, I know for me it was kind of slow. Like, for example, it's like it starts off the beginning of the movie where they're what's it called? They're like they kick down the hitman are trying to fucking kill that one dude because hey, I hear you're talking some shit about Marcellus Wallace's wife. And then the guy just, okay, so I'll explain the scene. So these two hitmen who love cheeseburgers are talking about, you know what they call a cheeseburger in France? A cheese royale or some shit. Whatever the fuck Travolta was saying.
Le Royale.
Le Royale. Yeah, exactly. And like, you know what, call it the pilot episode or some shit. It's like there's the most nonchalant shit, and like you don't know what they're doing until they get there because they're just talking about shit. Then they get there, then they kick down the door like, oh, these guys are hitmen because they got the guns out and shit. Anyways, pretty much they're talking to this one dude, and then out of nowhere, this dude kicks out the door and out of the bathroom. And he's like, ah, with a revolver, and he fucking starts shooting, bang, bang, bang. He misses all of them, and they're like, huh, what the fuck? And they shoot that guy, and then pretty much, yeah, they shoot everybody. So it just like the amount of what the fuck moments in the movie make up for the pacing, because like it takes forever, but when it gets to when it gets something, it goes off, right? So it's like you don't expect a bunch of guys talking about cheeseburgers or whatever the fuck to end up in a shootout or something
Oh
like
no,
that.
1,000%. Like for me, the tone it literally goes literally from night and day.
Yeah, like you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen because it's like without someone explaining to you, like, oh, there's just two guys in suits walking to some like meeting or something. Like as it goes on, like, oh, you're piecing shit together. And I like how it's like what do you call it? Exposition. Like when a
Yeah.
movie has to narrate what's going on because it thinks you're fucking retarded. I'm like, well, what if I like want to figure it out for myself, right? So it's like, could that be? You know what I mean? It's like you
No,
have to like, you know what I mean? Like put your brain. Like he doesn't treat it like it's a Marvel movie. He treats it
100%.
like it's like realistic kind of. As
Yeah,
funny
because
as
like
it's
the dudes were literally on their way to take care of business, but on their way to take care of business, they're fucking just having a normal fucking conversation of God knows what, right? Like cheeseburgers. What do they call cheeseburgers in other countries? Oh, what's the reason people do fucking pilot episodes or whatever? And then they bust into this motherfucker's
at 8 o'clock sharp. 8 o'clock
8
sharp.
o'clock on the
They
dot.
have personality. They have personality in 5 minutes.
And literally, dude, they just shoot the fuck out of this dude because he was talking shit about Marcellus Wallace's wife.
Well, they also ripped off
Yeah.
Wallace because Vincent was in the kitchen and the
Who's
guy
the
told
hitman?
where the
One of the
suitcase
hitmen.
was, and they opened it up, and there's that glowing.
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
opened
Is-
it,
Is it gold? I never knew what the fuck it
Well,
was. They never
they
showed.
never show you, and I actually saw what was supposed to be the prop briefcase that they used, and it was actually a light bulb in there
Okay.
making it shine. But yeah, we can imagine that it was gold, and yeah, so that briefcase now becomes a prop in the story. All right, and and also in that scene, we see the beginning of Jules and his biblical references, because he gives that whole quote from the book of Ezekiel, before he shoots the guy.
Oh yeah.
Then after the other clown comes out shooting and misses them, and they kill him, and then he's like, we should have been dead.
Divine
This is
intervention.
and everything, and so that scene there kind of set the stage. Even though these scenes are like not linear, they're out of order. It seems, but it seems like everyone is setting up the
Something.
next one,
Correct.
or something else, down the road. So yeah.
So that's the entire reason why you have to pay attention in Quentin Tarantino films, because if you don't pay attention, you will miss something that is crucial to the story.
Yeah,
And
the details.
100%.
Yeah.
And what was it? So before, after that scene where they shoot up the place, that's where they go to get the assignment to go and shoot up those guys. Because that's where we see Bruce Willis's character talking to Marcellus Wallace's character inside of the diner, or inside of the restaurant, or the bar, or wherever, or whatever. And then we see John Travolta and Samuel Jackson's characters both coming in. They come. John Travolta's character talks to Bruce Willis's character. And then they go talk to Marcellus Wallace. Marcellus Wallace tells them what has to happen and what has to occur and shit, right? So it's such a trippy movie. So the end of the movie, or I think so. Actually, what was the end of the movie to you, gentlemen?
It was worth their diner scene in their.
No. So what? So let me rephrase that. What was the final sequence of? If we go in a linear timeline, what was the last thing that actually happened in the movie? The last event
for me,
that happened.
When Butch gets his girlfriend and they ride off on Zed's motorcycle.
Okay, that was like the last time. Like if you go in like sequential order of events, that was the last event that occurs in the movie.
Yeah, he killed Zed. He said, "Marcellus, we good now? Yeah, we good now, but you can't come back here, no, Butch. Yeah, no problem."
And don't forget what he said. You lost your airline privileges.
Yep. No.
Stick only your be
Because of
gone.
course, previous to that, and this is one of my favorite scenes when he was just driving, and then he gets to that corner and crossing the street is Marcellus. This is after he
Yep.
didn't take that dive in a fight, and he
He
looks
looks
at
at
him
him.
and he runs him over, and of course, he doesn't kill him, and
Marcellus gets up and the lady's like, "Oh, I'll help you call the cops or whatever."
yeah, were you
And,
witness? Yeah.
and no, and he pulls out like he literally
He
is stumbling and
shakes it
bumbling.
off.
He's like, "Who hit me?" And then he sees
out
and pulls
that
out the gun
rod, yeah.
and he shoots the broad in the knee. And then everybody starts. Oh God. Which actually set up Marcellus getting his booty tickled later inside of the fucking pawn shop by fucking
Yeah.
that crooked cop. That crooked cop and Zed. And I so so this is actually the question I always had. Was that slave that sex slave that they have
The
there
gimp.
the gimp?
Yeah.
Was he there voluntarily or was he somebody that fell into the store then they like kidnapped and turned into their gimp? Like that's one of those things that I was that I'm curious about. Well, I've only watched it once, but it left me very curious.
They did have him chained up, and it could have been a possibility. I mean,
They like kidnapped him, like they were gonna kidnap Marcellus and fucking Bruce. What was his name? Butch.
Butch, yeah.
Yeah. But they were gonna kidnap Marcellus and Butch and fucking just rape them, and just I guess like either kill them or just hold them there.
Yeah.
Is that what they were gonna do?
Yeah, because it kind of seemed like they had this operation set up like they've been doing this a while.
Oh God.
Kind of get that feeling,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I thought when I saw that, I'm like, Marcellus, shoot that man again. Shoot that man
Could
again.
have probably used one of my songs in the soundtrack for that.
Oh God.
I'm gonna go see homeboys, and they're gonna go to town on your freaky ass.
Again, the music in this film was interesting too, because he used a lot of old, rock and roll stuff and instrumental stuff. And for that particular scene, in the pawn shop basement there, they were playing that song with the screaming saxophone, and the name of that song is Comanche. And I can't remember the name of the band. It was a surf band from the early '60s that made that record. But the song is called Comanche. It had that screaming saxophone, and so. Yeah, there's some comedian once said that every time he hears that song now, all he thinks about is, ass rape and shit.
Oh God. Oh God. No, and like so the reason why that like those events are at like the last sequence of events that happen if you go in a linear timeline is because John Travolta's character gets killed by Butch inside of his apartment by like fucking John Travolta. Well, I forget what his name is.
Vincent, who had a habit of always being in the bathroom.
Yep. Fucking Vinny left
at the right or the wrong time.
Oh yeah, Vinny fucking left his gun on the counter for Butch to come in, grab that shit, and shoot him with it. And then he dipped out, which sets up the last like those sequence of events. So I guess if you're gonna want the hero of the movie, you would say it's Butch. Because he got the girl and he rode away off in the sunset, right?
But I have one complaint about Butch.
And he saved Marcellus Wallace. What was your complaint about Butch?
He took a really long time picking out a weapon to save Marcellus Wallace.
Oh, yeah. I was like, damn, he really letting Marcellus get it right now. He looked for the gun and then he looked for the sword.
He took a sweet ass time, and all you could hear was Marcellus Wallace going,
Yeah, no,
and I'm like, bro, hurry the fuck
I
up.
never thought of that, but now that
No,
you
you didn't
it,
think about that, dude. I was just like, dude,
That was like an extra 3 minutes of
I was
Marcellus
like-
Wallace getting his butt tickled that he didn't need to
I
get
was
butt
like-
tickled.
But I was like, Butch really letting this man. Oh Lord, goddamn! But you evil for this one.
now that you mention it, though, yeah.
But here's the thing. He picked out the katana, the sword of a warrior, of an honorable warrior, and I don't know if that's supposed to like foreshadow how he took the fall, or he didn't take the fall like he was supposed to, and now this is him redeeming himself by saving Marcellus Wallace instead of just leaving the store. I don't know, just think about it.
So I'll be honest. Yeah. No, I understand why he chose the katana. He. Honestly, I just think like he just wanted to look like a badass, and
What's a
I think
katana?
I mainly think that's a Quentin Tarantino choice because you watch
Like
movies with
Kill Bill.
Well,
and
yeah,
he uses the fucking katana.
yeah.
I feel like he's used it in other movies as well. I feel like we might have seen it in Once Upon a Time, in Hollywood,
Mhm.
with what is it with Bruce Lee
Yeah,
or some of
yeah,
the fight scenes that they fucking do.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I just think not Bruce Willis, but I think Quentin Tarantino has a strong affinity for like Asian culture and like the way that they shoot things and their action scenes, just in general.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, the main character of this movie was John Travolta's character Vinny,
Vinnie Vincent. Yeah,
because
And then he got shot on the toilet after looking at a porno mag. By Bruce Willis, the same character, by the way.
yeah, but Vinny's character had the most amount of screen time if I'm not mistaken.
He's the protagonist, not the hero, because he fucking died on the shitter, bro. I'm not sure if that's the hero's death.
But
He-
but if we analyze the movie
Shotgun.
in the way that like it was filmed, and at the end of the movie we see Vinny and what was Samuel Jackson's character's name?
Jules.
Jules. We see Vinny and Jules walk out of the diner, right?
Yeah,
After they took care of the business that they had to take care of. Yeah. So I'll be honest, I liked that ending because I would have hated if the movie ended with Vinny dying at the end with Butch killing him.
yeah.
Because that would have been a letdown because the main character of the movie was Vinny. With Vinny like walking out of the diner with Jules and going into whatever the next sequence of events that happened, which I think was which was ultimately the diner happened right before Vinny goes and dies. That's my interpretation,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Because Jules left after the diner. We don't see Jules again at all after that. If you go in sequential order,
Yeah.
Jules doesn't have another
Yeah.
roller part. We see. I think what ends up happening is Vinny goes and does talks to Marcellus. Marcellus sends him to kill Butch because he didn't throw the fight or whatever, and then that's how like the linear timeline happens. But with Vinny surviving and walking out the diner with Jules because of divine intervention or whatever, because Jules is now like a new awoken man.
Right. Yeah.
I just thought it was a much better ending than with with Vinny dying and then Butch being the one that rides off into the sunset.
yeah.
Your guys' thoughts on that?
Yeah. I pretty much agree with that. But also, when you're talking about Vinny, let's not forget the scenes with his date with
Uma Thurman?
his wife
Yeah.
and
His boss's wife, no
the
less.
overdose.
And he saved her.
Wallace. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that whole.
Really, shout out to Uma Thurman. That dancing scene with John Travolta was fucking solid. And then her acting after she takes that fucking snort of cocaine, and then she fucking just
Well, it was
comes-
heroin.
the heroin,
Yeah.
and then she comes up like a zombie after she gets the adrenaline plugged into her. I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. No, that whole scene in the house there with those people that was really outrageous. So.
And then Quentin Tarantino has a small part in each of his films, doesn't he? Because he had
Much, yeah.
he was Jimmy in this film.
Jimmy, yeah.
He was the man that helped. What was it? Vinny and Jules.
After they
After
shot
they
Marvin in the head
Yup, and Marvin was the black character that they had
in the apartment
where they
killed
shot
the
up
other guy.
the other guy who had.
of Marcel's.
Yep,
Wallace,
yep,
yeah.
yep. And then that whole scene, which those events are ultimately what leads them to the diner.
Yeah.
So literally this movie goes so far out of order, but like if you pay attention, everything in the movie makes sense and it all lines up perfectly once you start really analyzing and breaking it down.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've only watched it once. Great fucking film. Because I think I watched it from beginning to end, I was able to understand it. And I really enjoyed it. like Quentin Tarantino, like there's a reason why he is, in my opinion, one of the top 10 actors of our generation.
Directors.
Or directors,
Yeah.
excuse me. Um, Gentlemen, your opinion on Quentin Tarantino's directing style and overall rating for the movie.
Well, I've always loved his style. I mean, this is a guy who, literally high school dropout, but, worked, back in the day in a video rental shop, when he used to, rent movies and stuff. And I was just always into movies, and that's what he wanted to do. And, he made his first real score when he wrote and sold a screenplay for a True Romance. And but as far as directing style, Pulp Fiction was the one that really put him on the map. And and everything he made after that, Django Unchained was a favorite, one of my favorites. The Inglourious Bastards.
The Inglourious Bastards was a great fucking film.
Yeah, awesome.
I always love. So this is also another thing that I love about Quentin Tarantino movies. Because he's done this in Inglourious Bastards, and he also did this in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He changes like history. So history always plays out in a certain way where it's not necessarily how we wanted to play out. It's usually tragic. But he changes it in a way where we get like a hero's outcome from these things. Inglourious Bastards, I'm pretty sure Hitler gets like hit by a bomb and he dies. That's what happens, right?
Yeah, they blow up that theater at the end.
Yep, they blow up the theater at the end. Hitler dies. And then in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I forget. It was Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt's characters that ultimately saved the day from like the Manson family who killed Sharon Tate, and her friends, which I loved. But no, one of the movies that I've always wanted to check out was a screenplay that he did, which is From Dusk Till Dawn. I don't know if you've watched it.
Oh yeah.
What were your thoughts on that film?
That movie, that movie was off the hook. I haven't seen it in a while. I saw it a couple times when it came out. But yeah, I mean, they had George Clooney, Salma Hayek, and
the famous Quentin Tarantino toe licking scene.
Yeah, he had a part in that movie.
The only reason why was because he wanted to lick Salma Hayek's toes. He created the role and casted himself in it. God bless him.
Yeah, he does have a fetish. It's kind of a known thing.
Oh Lord, Scotty, what was your overall thoughts on this film and Quentin Tarantino's directing style?
It kind of feels like the Marvel Universe, but like for adults, if that makes sense, because like all of his movies kind of feel like they take place in like the same world, if that makes sense. Yeah. It's just like at different times, and I'm like, yeah, that's why Quinn's always popping up like fucking Stan Lee, and it's like I like it because it's always got that that grindhouse vibe, if that makes sense. And it's like you can tell it's a Quentin Tarantino movie. Like if you just walk in without seeing it halfway through, and you're like, listen to the dialogue, like the way the characters talk too is. I'm gonna put it like this. Quentin Tarantino is not politically correct. He doesn't shy away from using every word in the vocabulary.
Oh, dude, literally, his character Jimmy fucking uses the hard R in the film like a couple times. I'm just like, damn, you know what, Quentin, you got something inside of you that you got to do in these films to get it out, and I see it in you, boy. I see it in you. I see it in you, Mr. Tarantino. But no, the Tarantino verse is alive and it's well. I think he said he only wants to do one or two more movies. I think it's one more movie now, right?
Yeah.
He's got one more film in him. What has he announced what that film is going to be?
No.
I haven't heard anything.
Maybe it's Kill Bill 3. He's been teasing it with Uma Thurman for years.
Yeah.
He's been teasing it for years.
I feel like he should do a horror movie.
Okay. So really quickly, out of 5 stars, what would you guys rate this film?
Oh,
I'll give it a 5. I'll give it a 4. Can I give it a 4.5 out of 5?
Yeah.
My issue is because the pacing, because it's like I want I guess it's like I have ADHD. Like I want that shit sped up because I had explained like a lot of the scenes I feel like are filler because like if you could like cut it out or like skip it, it doesn't really affect the plot. Like for example, like what am I thinking? Like the 3 minutes that Butch is looking for a weapon is like I kind of feel like he was just drawing that out. Like some of the scenes are really drawn out.
Okay.
And it's like I mean you kind of want to like get to the point. And I guess that's it though. Like I guess that's the issue where he makes it realistic, where it's like not everything just happens instantaneously. It's like when Uma Thurman like had a overdose, and then she got stabbed with the adrenaline shot, and she's like, and then she's up, and then it's like all of a sudden dude's driving her back home. It's like it's best if we don't tell my husband about this, right? He's like, yep, totally. And I'm like, okay, so he did all that, but he's fucking dead though. Like he still got, you know what I mean? It's like knowing how his story ends, like for Vincent Vega, the bodyguard, or the hitman, whatever. It's like knowing how a lot of their stories in. It's like you can't help but think, you know what I mean? Like it's like he has a shitty ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like knowing watching it the first time. It's like it's really cool, but like watching it like Jack for like 100 times, you're like, okay, like I can see how this could have been more like a bit more improved on. Like maybe Vincent Vega, instead of getting shot in the fucking toilet, like gets in a shootout with Butch instead of like just with his pants down, and you know what I mean. It's like you come on now.
He didn't even have a fighting chance. Vincent had no fighting chance. That's why. But see, this is why I like the actual, like the way the movie ended. I like how Jules and Vince both left the diner alive in regular fucking street clothes, like they were just gonna go and handle their business, because literally John Travolta, Vince's character, was the main character of the entire film. His character had the most amount of screen time. You see him from the beginning, you see him in the middle, you see him in the end, whether it's in sequential order or if you see it in the timeline that the events actually occur. Vince Vega is the main character, and yes, it sucks that his character dies if we go in linear timeline, because you want to see Vince survive, especially after fucking dealing with what happened with Mrs. Wallace.
Yeah.
And having that fucking scare.
Yeah. But again, when looking at his character, he was a junkie.
Yeah, he was a junkie. He was a
things
happen.
Cocaine.
Cocaine,
carrying that around in life. Well,
it happens. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back after these messages. J-Man, play us out. Ad break.
Okay. Do these here.
We'll be back.
Welcome to Shady Mob Productions, where the vibes are always right and the passion runs deep.
Step into the sports network of N1 from the End Zone. Sit down for unfiltered conversations on Port City Uncensored and surf the sound waves with Sonic Waves.
Different worlds, different shows. Click on that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. Now, let's kick it. Guys, if you're into sports, wrestling, or just need some positivity and motivation, check out N1 from the End Zone and click on that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
If you're in the San Francisco Bay Area and want the best cut of your life, go check out Headspin's Barbershop, located in South San Francisco, the official barbershop of N1 from the End Zone.
Join us every Saturday and don't miss the waves.
Sonic Waves. Watch what you listen to.
Listen up, dog owners. Every month, BarkBox delivers 2 brand new toys that will make your dog lose their mind, plus 2 full-size bags of treats so healthy you'll be tempted to steal one yourself. Trusted by over 8 million dogs who have literally never written a bad review. We're talking fully customized, tiny terror toys for Chihuahuas, indestructible beasts for your Rottie, allergy-friendly snacks for the drama queens with sensitive tummies. Even extra subscriber-only goodies if you want to go full spoiled. Right now, new subscribers get a free extra toy in every box for a whole year, and shipping is forever free. So stop letting your dog down and click the link in the description or scan that beautiful QR code and get your first BarkBox today. BarkBox, because your dog deserves better.
Yeah, rock the ruins!
And now, ladies and gentlemen, with the man and your king. It's time for What to Watch, 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 What to Watch. Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Hello, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen, with a What to Watch segment brought to you by Shady Mob, the Shady Mob Podcast, featuring 3 of your 4 favorite Pod Mob stars. J-Man,
Yes.
how you doing, bud?
Pretty good.
You want to go first? You want to let Playboy Scotty go first?
I think we were talking about my choice there. So
All right.
why don't we start with the what to watch?
So let's start off with your recommendation. What do you recommend the people, sir?
Well,
And now, ladies and gentlemen, with the man and your king. It's time for What to Watch, 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 What to Watch. Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
I don't know why I came here tonight. I got the feeling that something ain't right.
What happens if the manager won't give you the diamonds?
Cut off one of his fingers. The little one.
I can't hear shit you guys are saying. I'm watching the stream on YouTube. I can't hear anything.
There you
Really?
go. We
Now
were-
I can hear you. Yeah, we were muted. See, good thing you got an IT guy to catch that.
Good thing you are catching.
All right.
Otherwise, you guys are just like rubber, rubber, rubber.
No, but J-Man, you were saying, so Reservoir Dogs was Tarantino's second film or first?
First.
First film.
This came before Pulp Fiction.
And then this film connects to Pulp Fiction because?
Again, you have the character in Reservoir Dogs, Vic Vega, Mr. Blonde. And in Pulp Fiction, you have Vinny Vega. They're cousins.
Okay.
All right. And they're all wearing the black suits in Reservoir Dogs. And, of course, Vinny and Jules wore the black suits in Pulp Fiction. And, Reservoir Dogs was made on a budget. Tarantino did the screenplay for True Romance, got paid for that. Raised a few more dollars and made Reservoir Dogs, I believe, for around $42,000. It was low budget. The black suits. He knew a gal who worked in wardrobe, in Hollywood there, and she was a fan of noir gangster films. So she basically donated the suits, and so everybody wore a suit. Steve Buscemi, however, his character, he wore black 501 Levi's. Little known fact. But so you see a lot of similarities and connections, and again, it's about Southern California gangsters. Also, maybe I think Quentin has a thing for people getting shot in a car, because in Pulp Fiction, Vinny turns around and shoots Marvin in the face.
I'm pretty sure that the same thing happens in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay, but also like in Reservoir Dogs, Tim Roth is in back seat. He's shot in the stomach, just bleeding all over the place.
Yep.
Harvey Keitel is driving him to the hideout. Says, "Don't worry, we're gonna get you, doc. We're gonna take care of you." So
Harvey Keitel.
So
Keto balls.
Yes.
He was also in Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, and Winston Wolfe, the character in Pulp Fiction, he was great in that, and so he was also in Reservoir Dogs. So we had a few of the actors that were in both movies also.
Okay, did they play the same characters or different characters?
No, different characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder what the multiverse for Quentin Tarantino's like, and what Easter eggs and how he likes to connect those.
There's a whole lot of hard R's. I'll tell you that.
Blonde and Vincent Vega were cousins, correct?
Yeah.
So I wonder how many of his other films are intertwined like that as well.
Yeah, I don't know because Django Unchained was about Civil War area, Inglourious Basterds was World War II, so you're kind of looking at totally different places and times for a lot of his stuff. So
okay,
I think the first two movies just kind of, like I said, they're both L.A., Southern California, gangsters.
In your expert opinion, what would you rate that film, Reservoir Dogs?
Oh God, I give it probably about a 4.5. It's a lot of gruesome scenes in there. I don't know if you've seen it.
No, I haven't. That's why it's on my watch list now.
Yeah. There's some.
Do you like your ears, Nelson?
Yeah.
Marvin Nash.
Yeah.
What happens?
Well, I'll just put it like this. If anybody starts playing Footloose music and starts tap dancing with the switchblade, it's not looking good.
Oh no.
Yeah, they kidnap a cop and torture him basically.
God damn.
Yeah, but they're all in this hideout, which is an abandoned mortuary.
Yeah, they're hiding because they had a failed heist and somebody's a rat and they don't know who the rat is.
Yeah, but Tim Roth, the guy who got shot, he was actually an undercover cop. So And part of his story is that that kind of takes him from where he gets this. He's assigned this role, and this other cop is training him, and and then he finally gets in with these guys, and he's got to play the role and stuff, and they let him in, to do this heist job, and then the heist goes bad. I mean, a bunch of people get shot and stuff, but they did get away with a bag of jewels and stones, and so that's what they were waiting for at the hideout. But along the way, Mr. Blonde kidnaps a cop
and tortures the fuck out of him. God damn. Okay. Well, Scotty, Playboy Scotty, are you ready to recommend your film, sir?
Kill Bill.
Let's do it, baby.
Good choice.
All right, sir. You can start whenever you want.
Who, me?
Scotty?
Who, me?
Yeah. Yeah, why do you recommend Kill Bill, Scotty?
Oh, pretty much because it's, I don't know. I always want to see, I explain this. There's a lot of cool kung fu ninja shit, and it's like somewhat realistic and also not somewhat realistic, and it's like, let's throw a hot blonde with a sword and have her do kung fu and all that shit, and fight a bunch of assassins, and it just works. I mean, I'll put it like this: is that in Tokyo, on the plane there, apparently it's normal to have katana holsters, so you can carry your katana with you on the plane. I'm like, I don't know if they have that in Tokyo still, or Japan. It's fucking cool because it's okay, part 1 and part 2, because there's 2 different parts, because it's such a big part. I'm recommending part 1 because it has the most action. Mainly part 1 is where if you want a story about a woman called the Bride who goes like on a revenge story and fights a bunch of assassins that fucking took out her wedding day and shit. Yeah, this is pretty much like that. It's like John Wick, but instead of a dog, it's a fucked up wedding day. And Uma Thurman's hot, so yeah. And there's the sword play is really good. It's like in Marvel movies, like there's a lot of fighting, but there's not really any violence or blood. In this, motherfuckers get cut up and shit.
Birthday.
Yeah, so yeah, it's so fucking bloody. They have to sometimes change it to black and white. So Kill Bill is pretty much what you want to see, Volume 1. So yeah. Also, who else does it got in this? Fuck, who's that one actor? I don't know, the guy who actually plays Bill, like the guy Bill, whatever his name is, the actor's name is, played with Bruce in Bruce Lee movies, I think too. So that's like Quentin Tarantino is also a fan of Bruce Lee movies, and he does a lot of homage to Bruce Lee in this. That's why she wears the yellow jumpsuit. So Bruce Lee, but it's a blonde chick. So.
Yeah. One thing about Tarantino is he was a fan of like the kung fu movies.
Bruce Lee.
From the 70s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
he was a fan of that genre.
Did he have a thing against what's his face against Bruce Lee? Because I thought there was like an outstanding rumor that he had issues with Bruce Lee, because he always makes fun of Bruce Lee in his films. Because he mocked. I thought he mocked Bruce Lee in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
Do you know anything about that?
They talk about that in the book. But as far as no, I can't really say I do, as far as any fetish he might have with
Bruce.
Yeah, or any beef or whatever.
Because what's it called? Well, I will say he has a very heavy Asian influence in his films, just as a whole in general. Scotty, what would you rate Kill Bill on a scale of 1 to 5 stars?
5, because it's just straight to the fucking point. I'm more of like an action person, and it's like the events are somewhat still like an anthology, so it's like you don't get the entire story from the full get-go, or like things are played out of order, but it's more like every 5 minutes there's something going on versus like every 20 minutes, and it's like in this movie, I guess it's more modern, I guess, because it's how do I explain? Like she's traveling around the world and shit. So I guess that's why I like it more because it's not in just one place. Like it's one character, so it's more linear, I guess you could say. Like
It's
instead of
like
a bunch of
she's
characters.
Super Mario and she has to go to all these different.
She's gotta go
blocks.
fuck up Bowser. Yeah, it's like Super Mario going to go fuck up Bowser with a katana. So.
But in regards to the directing style, a guy who I believe was influenced and who also follows that pattern, that style, is the British director Guy Ritchie.
Really?
Have you ever seen Snatch or Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels?
Oh, I was actually gonna talk about
Jason Statham.
Snatch and literally Snatch resembles. It's not a Quentin Tarantino film.
No, Guy Ritchie, but he follows that kind of style.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and it's an incredible movie. Literally, it's about a diamond that ends up being inside of a dog.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt is a gypsy.
Yeah.
He's a mother. Like, excuse my language, he's a motherfucking pikey.
Yep.
He's a boxer. He's a bad. Brad Pitt in that movie kills the gypsy boxing character that he plays. The revenge that he got for the bad, like the mob boss killing his mother.
Yeah.
He takes out basically the entire corporation, and the dude just dips out.
Yeah.
John Statham's fucking character, being what was he? Was he a detective?
No, he's a boxing promoter.
Okay, he was a
Yeah.
boxing promoter.
Yeah.
He shows up to go and talk to him at the end of the movie, and he's already fucking gone.
Yeah.
And then the dog shows up with the diamond and everything, and
Yeah.
they keep the dog, and they kept the diamond that everybody was looking for.
Yeah.
Again, Snatch was a great fucking film. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Like I said, director Guy Ritchie. He's followed in that style, and
25 years.
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
What's that one about?
It's it involves a poker game.
Okay.
High stakes poker, and and again, it's told in that style. So yeah, it's another film I'd recommend.
There's a lot of great films by a lot of legendary directors.
Yeah, but
Martin
as far as the
Scorsese.
directing style, I just want to point out that Guy Ritchie, is definitely, over in England carrying on.
Oh, yeah. With that being said, let me recommend mine. J-Man, do you mind transitioning to our current one?
And you're doing...
I'm doing, if you don't mind playing the trailer.
Okay.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And I've been actually talking about this film a lot because it is actually my favorite Quentin Tarantino film of all time. It's starring two of my favorite actors of all time, Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio, alongside one of the greatest, most beautiful actresses of our generation, basically our Marilyn Monroe. Why am I spacing out on the name? She was Barbie. Oh my god.
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie.
Right, yeah.
How can I forget Margot Robbie's name? Excuse me, Margot, because you are honestly one of the greatest female actors of our generation. Have done a lot of amazing work.
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn. She's been in Wolf of Wall Street. She's been in the Barbie movie. She was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think she played Sharon Tate in this film, which was actually a perfect cast because I won't say she looks identical to her, but she shares a lot of the similarities, a lot of the beauty. Film was honestly an incredible film. It's literally an actor that used to shoot westerns that now has basically aged out of the role, and his stunt double, they can't really find any good movie roles, and they're kind of being phased out of Hollywood. The film also follows the Charles Manson family, and we see where the family is being staying at. We see Brad Pitt's character go to the Manson estate or whatever to go talk to Charles or whoever's there to try to resolve some issues. And then ultimate through the film, we obviously know that the Manson family kills Sharon Tate and her friends, and Roman Polanski wasn't obviously there. But in this film, and this is the reason why I love Tarantino films, he always, if it's a movie that has to deal with somewhat history, he always changes the outcome. So if it was a glum or a bad turnout like it happened in real life, in this film there's a blowtorch, they incinerate the Manson family, and everybody lives, and it's a happy ending, and I fucking loved it. I loved it from beginning to end. The pacing of the film was incredible, the story that was being told was incredible. J-Man actually has the book, ladies and gentlemen, and J-Man, actually, do you mind telling us what your thoughts were on the book?
Quentin kind of did things in reverse. Usually they make a movie from a book, but he he did the exact opposite on this go around. If we get a close up of it there, anyway, try that. But anyway, yeah, we're a little dark corner of the room right there. But anyway, so. It's a great story. It's definitely a timepiece for that period. Also, kind of gives you a reality check on the inside of Hollywood, the movie business, especially at that time.
Yep.
Again, an actor aging out.
We had a spoof Bruce Lee in this film. I'll be honest with you, one of my favorite characters in this film was
I
Bruce
can come
Lee.
out with my
I fucking love it. I know they were making fun of Bruce. May Bruce rest in peace.
He got thrown into a car, but I don't think it was more of a spoof at. I think he was trying to like shit on him.
I don't know. I read somewhere where he was shitting on Bruce Lee. And I'll be real with you, I thought Bruce Lee's character stole the fucking film, in my opinion. He was one of the highlights of the film. He was hilarious. Whenever he had a line, whenever he had to do something.
These fists are registered weapons.
Watch out! I fucking love it.
Yeah. I've been seeing some stuff on Bruce here lately. Of course, I guess in the aftermath of Chuck Norris's passing, because those two knew each other.
They did which film did they do? Chuck Norris was the antagonist in one of the films that he did, and Bruce Lee whipped his ass. Bruce Lee is the only man in history to be able to whip Chuck Norris's ass.
He grabbed him chest hairs.
Yeah, but
they're up there having their rematch right now.
But another thing back there in the day was Muhammad Ali. I guess him and Bruce Lee met, and there was a discussion, who would win in a fight between those two.
My money's on Bruce.
And so there was that. So at the time when he was alive and doing that, he was, and of course, this was years before, UFC and everything that we have now, so people kind of, kept to their own styles, boxers were boxers, karate guys were karate guys. But then, of course, you had your stuntmen, in Hollywood, to where you had a lot of legitimate tough guys. And I think that's one of the things with Tarantino pointed out with Brad Pitt's character, because in the story, he's actually a World War II vet, and killed like 40 Japanese, in the islands, during the war, and
he shot his wife.
And so, he was, kind of and so he was like, bodyguard, aide, to the actor and stuff. And so, I liked his character, but
Cliff.
From that time period, and then of course Bruce Lee did say that he played Kato on the Green Hornet.
Oh, dude, that was a legendary role.
Oh yeah, loved that series, and but Bruce really didn't like that role. I mean, he did it for the money, but
he liked being the star. He didn't like being the sidekick. And being Kato, he was the sidekick.
Yeah.
what I will say is I know for a fact Bruce Lee faced like monks and other masters in like their own martial arts or whatever. And there's videos out there of it. I think there's a video out there of him playing ping pong with nunchucks, and that's actually a real video that he actually fucking did. The skill, the mastery, just the concentration and the focus that Bruce Lee had, it's very hard to duplicate. I don't think we've really seen something like that in our generation. Obviously, there's been advancements in technology and in like techniques and stuff, but realistically, I don't know, or I just haven't heard of anybody that has reached the levels that Bruce reached in martial arts, and also, in my opinion, spiritual enlightenment, because he was very enlightened in my opinion. But yeah, guys, actually we've had a great episode. We ran for an hour long, reviewed all of Pulp Fiction, gave a little brief shout out to Alex, who's out down in Coachella right now having the time of his life. Talked about a lot of Quentin Tarantino films. How you guys feeling? I appreciate y'all for being on today.
Oh, well, yeah, no problem. Glad to do it. And, this was cool.
Playboy, thoughts?
I was thinking we should do Dusk Till Dawn next.
Oh, I'm actually down. That's actually the film I'm planning on watching next. And if you guys want to jump on next week and try to talk about it, I'm down.
All right, yeah, I'll have to watch it again.
I got you with sites that we can watch it on. If you need any streaming service, I got you. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let's start off with you, Playboy. What are some plugs that you want the people to know?
Just you guys.
I love you, bud. I love you. J-Man, any plugs?
Oh, let's see. We have Thursday coming up, Port City Uncensored. We get a little crazy and take some really uncensored, unscripted looks at things that go around. Well, in Stockton and around the world also. We talk about cybersecurity and cryptocurrency and stuff like that. So
unadulterated.
An unfiltered look, and of course with an eye, to the future. So. That's on Thursday. Then Saturdays, Sonic Waves, our music show, new music coming your way every week. And so we got new bands that you'll be able to listen to. And we create our own music also.
Reach out to either Shady Mob Podcast at gmail.com or Sonic Waves at gmail.com if you want to jump on one of the shows. We'd love to have you on, especially if you want to discuss films, if you want to discuss your own personal music that you are creating and just promoting it. Reach out. We'd love to put you on the show. And yeah, guys, go check out shadymob.com for all of our shows. Go check out our merchandise. You can get this at shadymob.com. We have Smacks TTV. We have Port City Uncensored and Win from the End Zone. Shady Mob Podcast. Which other one? Sonic Waves. Am I forgetting any?
No, I forgot N1, but you caught it, so that's good.
We got a lot of shows. Hey, we're on this grind for a reason, baby. Go follow Shady Mob Productions in general and stay
Schmax TV.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah, and also coming your way, we'll be running on Port City Uncensored most likely, but our mini documentary on the growing of the cannabis, from seeds to full plant. And so we'll be showing you folks, if you live in California and places where it's legal and you can grow, if you got a little backyard, I'll show you how to save some money from the dispensary there, and you can take care of yourself. And
natural.
So that is going to be starting production this week, and so follow us. And,
for educational purposes, ladies and gentlemen, for educational purposes. Guys, we really do love and appreciate y'all for being here. Desire is power. If you desire to be great, you have the power to be great. Thank you for watching Shady Mob Podcast. We love you. We appreciate you. Stay tuned for more, and we will see y'all next week at the same time. Hit it, J-Man.
transition.
You're watching the Shady Mob Podcast with your two favorite Pod Mob stars.
All right, guys, please click on the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
Microphone check. Shady Mob in the zone, King and PV. Alex sitting on the throne, dropping gems on the mic. Entertainment dissected, movies, TV, culture fully connected. From the silver screen to the block, we decode the plots. Every twist, every turn, we connect the dots. Pot airs with the bounce, flow rugged and raw. Tune in, turn it up, let the knowledge withdraw. Shady Mob, Shady Mob. Yo, we got the juice, breaking it down. Truth spilling out the booth. From the big screen flicks to the sitcom roots. Shady Mob Podcast, we the illest recruits. Popcorn kernels popping, Hollywood exposed. From the indie hits to the billion-dollar shows. Angela with the deep cuts, King bring the vibe. We dissect the script, watch the secrets collide. Flick sharper than the blade, TV sharper than the wit. Spin the reel, press play. We never quit, Shady Mob in your ear. We keep the pace from the shadows. We rise, entertainment we embrace. Shady Mob, yo, we got the juice. Breaking it down, truth spilling out the booth. From the big screen flicks to the sitcom roots.